Starts and then ready to rock and roll.
Dry. Good break as well. Hit that well. I think working for him, those. Dylan with the first opportunity, and he's probably thinking, where was this when it mattered? Where was the first opportunity when I needed it earlier on tonight?
Oh, it has not been Dylan's night tonight.
Yeah, took on a trickier pot because he wanted to be reds. The yellow bottom left is a poor one. He wanted to go reds because of it. Easy enough for Dave to go reds. Just play the plant along the top cushion. Just what ball are you playing on off it? But it looks like he wants yellows, which is interesting. Really interesting. Very surprising miss, but a very surprising shot as well. I don't know why he wouldn't take reds in that scenario. Mental error more than anything else. Got the yellow nearest the top right corner, the yellow nearest the bottom left corner. Both of them major problems. Okay, the 8 ball is going to be slightly awkward on reds. Red on the left-hand side's awkward, but certainly in my opinion, red's dramatically easier, and certainly in Dylan's opinion, he took on a harder pot and missed it because he wanted reds. So. Strange decision from Dave, and that might really hurt him. That's not where he was trying to get to, but as long as the red in the triangle area passes the other one, nearest the corner, he's fine here. Clearly does. Looks like he's left a little bit too much angle on this ball, to me. He's going to have to play a really good positional shot. He did pop that red, the last one, in the side of the pocket. Whereas if he makes it centre pocket, the cue ball's probably an extra 2 rolls to the left as we look now, making it easier to play on the one nearest the top right corner, which I suspect was his preference. Now he's got traffic. A roll less or a roll more, I think, would have been nice. He'd like to have been straight in or been on the one over the pocket. Now he's got angle. The yellow's going to play quite big here in terms of when he pots this one. The other one will sit over the pocket. He's done well. He's really loaded that up with side to get across.
Yeah, he judged that well, didn't he? Not just 1 or 2 balls to think about in terms of object ball and cue ball, but a third as well. He's done that brilliantly.
Still going to be a delicate 8 ball. It's a lot trickier than it looks on camera, actually, this one.
Oh, it thought about it as well.
I thought that was him when he hit it.
Caught the lip of the pocket. You could see the little wobble in the ball.
Yeah, did that flick off a bit of chalk dust or something? It certainly looked like it deviated just before it reached the pocket. Big moment for Dave Fernandez, more than it was for Dylan Leary. Have a look at this.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, difficult one to tell, but certainly hinted that way, didn't it? Looked in most of the way, but refused to fall. Yellow doesn't pass the 8 ball, I believe, so he's going to have to take it to the corner. It's the only thing that's a challenge of this layout here. Another 2 rolls, you'd have taken it. 1 roll, you'd have taken it straight away. Well, he's looking at it into the centre, so maybe it does go.
It's been the frame so far that no one's wanted to win. Dave's still got to work pretty hard here. There's not much room there.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it's that tight, and obviously he's decided now it doesn't go, why not play on the yellow previously? When he could, it was very easy to play on it up to top left-hand corner.
He uses the last ball now instead.
Yeah, I mean, still don't see it proving a problem for him, but left his hardest ball till last. To his credit, he's perfect on it.
Yeah, played it lovely. Would be a heck of a birthday present for Dave Fernandez if he could squeeze through, especially from this position.
I've seen that before, I think, in the Champions League this year, that he's played on a ball to left centre, having looked at the ball, and then realised that once he got there, he wasn't happy that it went. Changed his mind.
Reminder of what's happened so far if you are just joining us. These are the 4 matches that we've already seen that have contributed to Eddie Barker being top of the group with a match to play. Phil Harrison and Dave Fernandez very much still in consideration. Both must win if they are to get a 6 red shootout. Hammer of a break from Dylan Leary. There will be a part of him, I'm sure, that's thinking, where have you been?
Back to the front ball. Had one of those earlier on tonight after the cut break not working for him. He normally cut breaks. This time it does work on the front ball.
Yellow ball's in play.
Just gets there. Really wanted to be on this yellow to top left. That's how the connections work here. Looks tight, but decides this yellow does pass to bottom left.
Yeah, and unlike Dave Fernandez, has made that call once and stuck with it.
To be fair, he had the whole pocket, so it wasn't tight in the end. Good finish, this one.
Very tidy. 1-1. Nice shot from Dylan Leary. Whoever wins this match will have a role to play and whoever tops this group. Whoever tops this group will face off against John Chambers in the semi-final of the Champions League. And then we roll on to the second half of the draw. Group number 3. Chris Day, Neil Raybone, Andrew Patchett and Clayton Castaldi. A very, very interesting group, which is about as pick-em as you could really get for a group at this stage of the tournament, really. Great opportunity for all 4 of those players to go to an Ultimate Pool semi-final.
All 4 looking for their first Ultimate Pool silverware as well. Big opportunity.
With the ever so slight caveat that Clayton Castaldi has lifted a pretty big title.
Yes.
In the last couple of years.
Yeah, the World Championships. Small matter. This is laid out pretty well for Dylan. Connections are pretty good again. Purposely left a high angle. Track the line now. One in the middle of the table. He's pretty much away then. Maybe he's come a touch too far up the table. I'm going to go too high up. Let's see. Yeah, he was. Played into it, and that's beautiful.
That's a lovely nudge.
That wasn't the original plan. Originally, he was going to play on that ball, but had to rework it.
Appreciate that the whole idea of group formats, etc., were sort of beyond your time in the sports side. But I'm sure there'd have been moments maybe when you sat in your chair heavily behind. I'm sure that happened plenty of times for you. But in
yes.
terms of that scenario, then you get to the table and everything sort of starts happening for you. How annoying is that as a player? Is that difficult to take?
Certainly back when I was playing in what was the pro game back then, I don't remember a situation like the one that Dylan's in tonight where you're out but you're still playing. So yeah, I do understand what you're saying though, and it is very frustrating. Shot's gone wrong for Dylan. This is very thin. He's going to have to really grip the cue ball here. He'll be disappointed. No matter what the situation is there, he'll be disappointed. That was such a good opportunity from where he landed to make that very simple out and just let himself get into trouble.
Yeah, it'll be the Players' Championships this weekend for Dylan Leary to look to find some form. And it can just turn up. We've seen multiple examples, as we see there, the Batman waiting in the shadows for the bat signal to turn on and he can enter the arena to try and win the group. We've seen multiple examples of players run through sort of fallow periods and out of nowhere it just clicks. No one's too good a player to struggle for too long a length of time. And it will come right for him. Sort of a when, not if kind of question.
Well, Dave got a little bit of help from Dylan in this frame, but he's going to take make the most of it. Shouldn't have any issues getting out from here and be in front as we hit that 5-minute mark. Fernandez goes 2-1 in front. We saw Day, Rayburn, Patchett and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 make up the lineup in Group 3. Who will they face on the other side of it? This is a bit of a box office draw, you've got to say. Ryan Pisani, the British Open champion, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and two genuine heavyweights when it comes to this game, Shane Thompson and Declan Brennan. Last three players to qualify all sort of bucked the trend of the entire tournament. It felt like groups 1 to 13 was a bit of a graveyard for seeded players, and then we saw some real flourishes of quality from... Don't think Shane wasn't the seeded player though, was he? Don't think he was.
Well, very true. Maybe
just because he was a former #1, I understand why you're saying that.
Yeah, reputation alone, maybe. That's a brilliant break from Dylan. Lands. But yeah, take a look at that group, and you think that's a very, very tasty one.
I think the red passes the yellow to top right corner. That's what Dylan was just double checking there. It must be tight because he's going to look at it from both sides. If it does go, then that first shot was perfect for him because he's in good shape here to mop these up. Well, you can see there that it probably does go, but it's far from the full pocket. He would like to have got that a touch fuller. He sort of slid off it. If he was straighter and the yellow wasn't as much in the way, then he would have gone for the top corner first. Then the one he's just played would have been his connection down the table. So he's going this way round. It just means he's moving the cue ball a little bit more on this shot. Not perfect. A few more rolls would have been nice. And not perfect has led him to even more not perfect.
That's a pretty good shot there. Leary has waited for the last match of the night to play his best stuff. And in it flies for 2-2, 3.5 to play. Fernandez with a bit of work to do. Dylan Leary is not going quietly.
This is where strong, positive mental thoughts out there for Dave Fernandez. Yes, it could have come a lot easier for him tonight, and yes, he had opportunities in his second match that he didn't take, but he has to tell himself right now, I've got a break clearance for a three-way 6-red shootout. Forget everything else, tell yourself that now. 3 minutes 34 left, break clearance gets you in a three-way 6-red shootout for a spot in the semi-finals. Now, that's not necessarily going to pan out that way in terms of he might not get it, but that's what he's got to believe. Not good.
Yellow ball's in play.
Horrible layout, very congested.
Yeah, you can certainly pick this one apart though.
Yeah. Wants to get over to the right side of the table, that's why he's come so far north. Yeah, that's lovely.
That's not good. He's going to have to really dig this. He's gone just far enough off the cushion that he's got a shot, but it's not ideal. And he's going to come down the table first. I'm sure he was playing for the left centre there, but there is a line. He can go through the gap. I don't think the 8 ball comes down the table, so he's adding a lot more mileage to the cue ball. He was playing into the 8 ball. He was trying to push the 8 ball up the table so he wouldn't have that issue. So the previous shot has come back to hurt him. Even more so now for Dave Fernandez. This, well, assuming he's on this red. Oh, he's not. That's really unlucky for him. The time he's going to lose off that is going to hurt him. He's got to be prepared now for a quick finish. Right, time to go.
Dave Fernandez, remember, must win this match. 70 seconds to find a clearance.
First shot's not perfect for him unless that's... Well, it's definitely not finished as a straight plant, so that's good second shot.
Great recovery.
Yeah. Okay, just make sure of it being a buzzer beater here. I know it's really important he gets out, but it's got to be a buzzer beater. You'd be sick to be knocked out on a golden break, and you can do something about that here.
That's a really good shot.
Needs one more.
Yep. 30 seconds to the end of the match.
Yes,
Some
now
really good clearance from Dave Fernandez.
Yeah, and now he is monitoring the clock, so he's certainly in control now.
Had an extension to burn as well, which helps. Needs to make this, and he does. Cue ball rolling, rolling, rolling. End of match, I think. Sorry, it's 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. Leary wanted a chance to golden break to do his mate over, but he's happy to shake his hand in the end. A buzzer beater on his birthday for Dave Fernandez to save his Champions League skin. It's not all over yet for 𝗟𝗪. He needs Phil Harrison to do him a favour, and if he does, maybe we'll have a three-way 6-red shootout to end the night. Massive match coming up as the Batman tries to secure his place in the semi-final.